Hey guys, this is Fat B. So, unfortunately, we lost the footage for episode 7. And I didn't want to just skip because we did do quite a bit. And you would miss essentially an entire area and a fairly pivotal boss fight. So instead, I'm just gonna run back to where we were. And I figured, why not record that? And I could just do post commentary over it. So I'm not gonna try hard on this run. I'm just gonna try and get through. So we're gonna pick Cleric. We're gonna have the Archdrake robes, which you don't get until really late in the game, and they're pretty solid. I also decided to kill all these NPCs because I haven't done that before. This character won't be able to respec on this New Game Plus cycle, so I don't care too much. I planned on deleting it, but just in case something happens again, I don't have to do this beginning part again. Unfortunately, we don't get anything from killing all of them. We just get the 4 humanity and then the 2 humanity or whatever. After I had started my playthrough, I did look around a bit. Not like trying to find spoilers on the internet, but I did hear that if you light all the sconces, there's an encounter here, but I guess you also have to light the sconces that are inside the tutorial, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna go through every little thing I'm doing, but I'm just gonna kind of talk about what's happened in the past couple of weeks.
Nothing seems to you, I presume.
Here I'm showing off that there is another NPC in that building. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a cat.
Are you?
And she sells some stuff. We'll talk to her when we need to pick up the cat ring in our actual playthrough. It's actually probably going to come up in the next couple episodes. Instead of going to the Forest of the Fallen Giants, we're just going to go to Hal's Tower of Flame, because why not? We do start with the mace and the... what do you call it? I don't know what the name of those guys are, but these big dudes with armor, they take more damage from blunt weapons, so they're not really a problem for us, even though we're at the base level right now. You're gonna notice that we also have heal. I explained that in the original character creation process, that clerics start with heal, so it's just going to let us, make a bit more mistakes in the early game. We are going to... I try to push him off the edge there. We are going to change that out. I remember on my first playthrough, I used a lot of Lightning Spear, but I believe it's been debuffed since then, because I remember them debuffing it in original 2, and then I stopped using it, so I'm sure it's still debuffed now, or rather they didn't buff it back up. I was kind of surprised that this guy followed me all the way down here. I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne, and the bounding boxes are a lot more strict in that game, until they're just, not strict at all. So I try and be a badass and quick kill this guy, but I'm not quite sure how to do it, so he just knocks me off. So I'm just gonna run back and not care. I didn't really want to take that hit. So I kind of try again, but I'm not able to do it. I tried to knock him off with a shield. I don't know what that move is actually called, but forward and R1 does like this elbow check, and it's to essentially break a shield. Not break a shield, but open a person up who's shielding. And I unfortunately can't get so far away from the Dragon Rider. And he has a pretty, if you can't go very wide against him, then you're not going to be able to avoid his swings very well. And I think I die one more time, and then I go pull the levers. Now, the reason I'm two-handing my mace instead of using my shield to be safer, yeah, I get knocked off, and then I get aggravated and go and pull both the levers. The cleric starts with 12? No, he starts with 11 strength, which means you need to put 1 point in strength to be able to one-hand the mace effectively. And we haven't leveled up yet, since this is the first place we went to, and we don't get enough souls through just pickups to level up at this point, so we're just gonna try and beat him at base level. But now that I have all this arena, he's no big deal, really. Although Cleric's starting health is fairly low. But I have all this room to back off and heal. So we're gonna run up here. I'm gonna buy ourselves Lightning Spear.
May the power
And use it like twice. So I try and fight her. She has a lot of health, so I don't really care. But she does other stuff later in the game, so I was just interested in trying that. So we're just gonna pop all these souls to get a good amount of points in.
there. Yes.
We don't have the key to the blacksmith yet, so we can't go to
There. See.
power stancing maces. I think I go up to 2 attunement slots.
There.
I don't think I do it now, but I might do it later. Yeah, so we only have Lightning Spear. Spellcasting in this game, I didn't really explain it, but you have your base stat that requires how many, what is required to cast it. And there's 3 types of spells. There's pyromancies, there's spells, and there's miracles. Spells are based off intelligence and have a requirement of intelligence. Or there's also hexes, I'm sorry, there's 4. Spells are based on intellect. They'll scale with your intellect and have requirements with intellect. Faith or miracles are faith-based and scale with your faith and have a faith requirement. Hexes are both intelligence and faith, and usually have requirements for both and scale with both. Usually intellect will scale higher on hexes for some reason. I forget that this guy comes down this ladder. And then there's pyromancies, and pyromancies don't require anything but attunement slots, and that's what I was looking to level up earlier. you can only have so many spells equipped at one time. You don't just inherently know all your spells that you meet the requirements for. And there's no, like, mana system in this game. So instead, you have attunement slots. It's kind of like, Wizards and... Or not Wizards, No, yeah, Wizards and Dungeons and Dragons, where you have a allotted amount of spells that you could do per day, but you have to slot them at the start. So you can level up your attunement to get more attunement slots. We disconnect right there from the internet. Oh yeah, I forget this happens. Oh no. You guys can see my desktop. I'll leave this in, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Yeah, so we disconnect from the internet, and it froze our game for whatever reason. And I think it also unplugged our controller. I don't think it unplugged our controller. I don't know. But at any rate, while we were frozen, that guy killed us. So I just end up running back up here. And this motherfucking guy. So we go ahead and heal up. We run up here. And I just make sure I'm doing the right move to kill that crystal lizard. So kill this guy. Grab all the items in here. And don't forget about this, which is the reason to get up here. So I missed the item on the branch there, but it's only a divine blessing, and it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to use it. We're going to buy the key, and we're going to get a firebomb. We're going to equip the firebomb, and I'm just going to kill these two guys. And I believe I just run through the area to open up the gate. Or you have to kill this guy too, or he'll get you as you try and open up the fog gate. Yeah, just run through all these guys, and then I firebomb right here. Just to open up the shortcut. So, fucking... I still have firebomb equipped, and I wasn't able to heal. And I also had my miracles, or my chime on for whatever reason, instead of my shield. So I fuck up pretty hard there. But I'm just trying to get through the area. I'm not really trying too hard. Or I'm just bad. You can take that however you want. I could just be making excuses of why I died. So, I got it in my head that there was a Estus Flask shard down there. And I try and just run and grab it, but that ends up just being life gems. And that's not what I wanted. And the Turtle Knight here kills us, or Iron Golem. I don't know what those guys are officially called. I think I was calling them Iron Golems in the actual playthrough, so I'll stick to that. I get kind of frustrated with that area since the item that I thought was there wasn't there, so I don't care. And we didn't lose too many souls, or if we did lose a bunch of souls, I'm over it. So we go grab the shield because it's still really good. I didn't need to stop to pick up those pair of arrows, and then we open up this shortcut, so we go fight the last giant. I believe, yeah, we just fast track it to the Lost Giant. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard from a few places that the game was designed around beating it wasn't designed around it, but the average person is supposed to be able to beat the game with just the souls gotten from the bosses. So grinding isn't really too necessary. You can put yourself over the edge if you want to grind. And here I realize that I haven't used lightning bolt at all, and just kind of show it off. It's a lightning bolt. It's everything you thought Zeus would throw at anybody. I forgot to kill this guy earlier. So I'm not really gonna bother too much with a lot of mobs. Like, I wouldn't normally do that in a normal playthrough anyway. I just kind of... I don't sprint through it like I am now, but I just kind of do the areas I like. We also made sure we got the merchant there to move. And now we have to go back to do the pursuer and to have the guy move to the mansion. But now that we got back in the swing of things in our actual playthrough, because I did record a couple episodes before this happened, and I think that ends up being what caused the loss of the recording. Was I had too many things recorded at once, and I think I hit my hard drive's threshold because I was pretty low at the end. I should have had enough space, but I might be mistaken. It could have just been a problem with the program, or I thought I was recording, but it was actually just the phantom recording. The Elgato game capture software has a phantom recording feature where it'll record even though you're not recording, and you could rewind and then go back to record. But if you rewind it all while you're not recording, it'll stop what you're actually recording. And I think that might have been what happened. But we did kill Pursuer there, so we're gonna see what happens when we go up to his actual boss room with the cutscene. I also just realized that I didn't equip the ring that I took as my special gift. These guys are kind of a pain in the ass. I do like this area, like the changes they made. I still don't like that guy though. So we're gonna have another human effigy there, or not human effigy, but Estus Flask Shard. So now, are we just running to? Oh no, yeah, we're gonna get the not merchants, but the mansion key. Did I botch this jump? Yeah, I botched this jump. I couldn't remember if that was here or in the actual playthrough. I also realized that this is the faster way to get up here. Still have to wait for that boulder. So AGDQ was last week, so to date this video. I mean, I'm actually doing the post-com quite a bit later than the actual recording. I realized that the recording was dead, and that I'd planned to record more, and instead just... I was a bit frustrated with some of the other playthroughs. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm pretty unhappy with the Pokemon playthrough right now. You guys should see in... Let's see, this is gonna be a bonus video. So we go into the Pursuer boss room, but the Pursuer doesn't show up, because we already killed him in this area. And I guess this area is different than the... what's that area called? The area we just previously went through where the Pursuer showed up a bunch. I don't know why he shows up a bunch in that area, but... because he didn't do that in Dark Souls 2. And I don't know what the lore significance is there. The Lost Bastille, yeah. So he shows up a bunch here, but I'm not sure why. Maybe that's because you get here after beating him, and maybe he's salt. So he comes and hunts you down. He is the Pursuer, and he does pursue you. So I just want to grab this and get out of here. But unfortunately, he doesn't let me. And I forgot to get the bonfire in the Lost Bastille, so we have to run back to the bird's nest. But what was I saying? HEDQ was this week, and they did a Dark Souls 2 run with 2 players, 1 controller, and they did vanilla Dark Souls 2, and I didn't want to do that previously because I had the I wanted to do the any percent run because I feel I want to do speed runs. I don't really want to do 100%. I want to do any percent. I want to beat the game as fast as possible. 100% is fine, and current patch any percent is also fine. That run seems alright. But now that I have the DirectX 11 version of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, I could use this game to do current patch. So I use my lightning spear there so that he doesn't knock over the barrel, but he does it anyway. But it fell into the right place, so it ended up working out. But like I was saying, now that I have 2 different versions of the game, I could depatch Dark Souls 2 vanilla to a point where the any percent run is the best, and I could have Scholar of the First Sin be up to date all the time, and then run that as a current percent thing. So that'll be cool. But I guess I could have also just like pirated a version of Dark Souls 2 with the correct patch, and that'd be fine too. Just gonna pop some souls, get some levels now. So I put my attunement up to 13, which will give me 2 slots. And I don't think I ever attune a second spell. I think I realize it really late. And then, like at the end, I'm like, alright, now I have 2 spells. And then don't use them. I should have really just never gotten Lightning Spear. Because now I'm not using it. It's just slow. And doesn't do a lot of damage. So I forget that there's a soul vessel in there, and I can't use the soul vessels because we killed the hags in the oh no, Hemwick. No, that's Bloodborne. I can't remember the name. It starts with a B, I think. So we're gonna be doing. We're not gonna power stance maces in this build. I just decide to level up my shield a bit We're also not going to buy more armor. The Arctic set is going to be... I mean, it weighs a bit more than it should, but it's going to put us over the edge, like in terms of gear that we could get. It has really, really well-rounded stats, especially for the early bit of the game. So, I want to grab the ring up here. I think I die here, yeah. Yeah, I'm too slow, 5 them. But, I get overconfident because now that I'm at this area with a leveled up weapon, I can one-shot those guys, and I didn't really respect them. I probably said this before in my actual playthrough, but this game is designed... It's not designed to kill you. I mean, it is. It's designed to be challenging, but fair. And if you try and run through the game and kind of like I'm playing right now and not caring about the enemies, then you're gonna die and you're gonna feel bad about it. And that's why a lot of people put down the game, because they don't think that after they've made so much progress, I shouldn't die to these guys. But you do sometimes. And that's why you have to respect all the enemies in the game. I don't think... I can't really think of any actual enemies in this game that I could safely say you could disrespect. I could maybe say the those I don't know what they're called. The first guys you fight with the padded armor. So those guys busted through that wall, like I was talking about in the actual playthrough. I'm kind of in a bad position right now. I can't quite... Yeah. Yeah, I get wrecked by that spell there. Yeah, I kind of panicked. I tried to take on all of the iron golems as fast as possible, and then go and fight the invader, but I didn't get a chance to heal, and the invader got in a few hits while I was dealing with the golems. But if I had, say, lured them into another area... So, I didn't realize that 3 were up here, and I get wrecked by that one that was off screen, and we lost some souls, so... I thought I'd end up not going back there. I think I go back there because there's a, Estus Flask Shard. So normally there's one iron golem down there past that door. But I guess in Scholar they just put all 3 of them up there so that if you trigger the invasion, they all just walk down like they did earlier. So, gonna grab my leather armor here. And I run over here. Oh, yeah, I just die. I get killed by spells. Yeah. I thought I went and grabbed the bonfire. And then I reset the area. But I think I stopped caring. So I don't quite remember doing a lot of this playthrough. I did it pretty early. Like, I was gonna record maybe another half hour and then be done, because it was about 4 a.m. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play this until I get to where I was. And I think it ends up taking like 2.5 hours. So I end up going to like 6, 7 a.m. Those are the mobs I was talking about earlier. I don't remember what they're called. But I think if there's any mob in the game that you could disrespect, it's those. Or maybe the hollows in the, I can't remember the name of that area, but I hate it. So I think it's the area that we're gonna see in 8. They're just hollow. Oh, they're called the Hollow Soldiers. The Hollow Soldiers, you could maybe disrespect those, but you probably still shouldn't. Because you could take a few hits from them, but I still don't recommend it. So I summoned this guy because I haven't before. And I think he ends up falling off a cliff. He's kinda cool. He kinda looks like a invader that we find later in the game. Spoilers. I mean, that invader might not be here. At least in Dark 2. Oh, he has spells, which is cool. He just healed us there. Oh no, he doesn't fall off, I do. And then I'm not human anymore and I can't resummon him. Okay. So I go ahead and light up my torch here. I'm gonna just light up these sconces. I don't even know why I'm going through this area, to be honest. I think it's just for... It can't be for upgrade materials, because I could upgrade my weapon pretty far. And I don't... I mean, there is an Estus Flask shard in here, but it's almost not worth it. Yep. I think I actually end up not doing this area. I think I get frustrated and not do it. And I end up opening the gate the back way in the Lost Bastille. But so I just kind of like toy around with this lantern guy. He's not a lantern guy, but this zombie with the torch, and he does follow you. I thought he might light sconces, but he ends up not doing that. If he lit sconces, then it'd be pretty cool. Or if he allowed you to light your torch off of his torch. But if you're slow enough, he'll follow you over here and scare these guys. I realized that I didn't show off this area. This is normally where Gavlan is. These guys don't give a shit about your torch, though. Similar to what happened in my actual playthrough, where I had a torch and I walked into this room below me here, and hit the mob a few times. Then afterwards, he stopped caring that I had a torch and just fought me. So I just wanted to light that sconce, and I didn't forget about those guys. I just didn't realize that they would have aggroed me from there. So I'm just gonna run past all these guys here. I have my torch lit, so I don't have to worry about the guys up here. I don't know why I killed them again. I think, yeah, and I get killed here. I don't know why I risked trying to kill those guys and then trying to kill that guy. It was pretty dumb. And I take a bunch of unnecessary hits there. It's not good for me right now. I'm able to heal up here, but I don't make that mistake again. And I just kind of run past everybody. So, I also forgot about this room in my actual playthrough. I got pretty frustrated with this area. I don't like this area in general. And I show off that you could break jars with spells here, but I poison myself. And I take too long navigating the menu. I don't think I had poison moss anyway. So we end up never getting that, the ring that gives us more health while we're hollow, or reduces the effects of hollowing. We should have picked that up after the Dragon Rider, but we're about going fast right now. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty aggravated at this point. So those guys could also break those jars and get poisoned. As you can see, I just knocked that guy into the vial. So we're gonna get the secret items in here. I don't quite need them, but it's better than buying large Titanite shards. So I forget that guy's there. I just think that this building is dedicated to Gavlan now, but it's not. It's not. I don't know why that guy drops a weapon. It just seems really awkward to me. So, I don't know if this was in Dark Souls 2. Because I never kicked that down. There might have been... So I'd try and show this NPC off. He would sell you spells as opposed to miracles, but you have to have a intellect threshold to talk to him. And he'll give you this big spiel about you could be his first apprentice and all this. And if you talk to him a bit more after a event, he'll move to Majula, and you could get spells there. But I never play a mage, so I never deal with it. I think the closest I've done to doing a mage build is playing hexes. I have to say hi to Gavlan. He's the best. pretty sure I die over here. I don't know what kills me. Am I just being dumb? Oh, there's a lot of, Oh. I couldn't kill that guy. That's what it was. Yeah, for some reason I just couldn't hit him. And he could get all his hits on me. At least we have that shortcut, so we got that going for us. So I try and just run out here, but forget that they added those carts, so we end up dying. And I go run back to get them, and I think I die again. I mean, we get headshots, so we're already off to a bad start. Oh, no, we don't die. We do make it back to the bonfire. Oh, I think this is where I'm fed up with this area.
There are cars. This is. There.
I might just be leveling up, though. So I do buy another mace. I don't think I level it up, though.
Thank you.
Nope, we're still in no man's wharf. But I think we just run to the boss. You could summon Lucatil there, and she'll help you with the boss fight. But I think she got up and she walked off. So I try and fight this boss pretty fast because I remembered that the water rises the longer the boss fight happens, and I'm realizing it as I'm playing. So I believe I killed this boss in one. But yeah, I get her before the water gets too high. And then I think it the water starts rising very fast after that. So we get to the back of the Lost Bastille. And I go to get that item, but I did it the wrong way. You have to make it go down and then jump on top of it. Or rather, I did it correctly. You just have to do it from the top. And I thought that it went down for whatever reason, but that doesn't make sense because there's a skyline in the Lost Bastille. So why would it be lower than No Man's Wharf? I'm just sipping on some horchata. It's delicious.
There.
So go ahead and level up with
There.
our myriad of souls that we got from the Flexile Sentry.
There. This is it.
I just made sure we could power stance those, because I want to recreate our builds now, at least as close as we can, because I'm going to be using this character to do what I would have done in episode 7, So I just make sure I could power stance maces. The only thing is we're gonna have less health, I believe. Less health and less health, less endurance, and less weight capacity, I believe. Because I don't upgrade that at all, because I'm not wearing armor. The Archdrake robes are fairly heavy, but they're fairly efficient for what they provide. So I'm gonna grind these pursuers just to try and get pretty close to where we were before. You gotta make sure you get all the items, kids. No matter how much backtracking you have to do. Alright.
Be gone.
So because we didn't load out of the area, and we just rested at the bonfire, I don't know what you'd call those. I know there's a word for them, but it's lost to me right now. But the little makeshift platforms those guys are standing on, they don't reset. But if you load out of the area by going to a loading screen and then coming back in, they will reset. So I didn't know that that's how that worked before now. So that was an interesting thing to find out. And then I come in here, and because this area wasn't too prominent in Dark Souls 2, I mean, I guess it was. I'm sure that that shortcut was always the thing, and I just never used it because I enjoyed the boss fight and there was no progression blocker like there is now. I kinda fumble around in here for a little bit. Unless I'm not, and I'm just... No, I think I'm forgetting what I have to do.
Is that a shot? It is, however.
Or no. I think what's happening is, I know that I have to go up there, but I'm just gonna go grab the bonfire, and then I'm done. So I take this last chance to level up. I don't know why I start here. Am I killing the pursuer now? Oh, okay. So go ahead and fight this pursuer. But I do get cursed. If that hits you, you get cursed, and it essentially gives you one level of hollow. Well, not hollow. It's as if you died once, essentially. So we end up being hollow there because we got cursed, and you can just restore it with humanity. Yeah, and now I think we just run back. Yeah, I guess we just wanted to kill the pursuer there. And then you could see that those wooden towers aren't there anymore. These guys are still super cool. I'm gonna go and take this elevator up. Man, I didn't want that item. It's just sitting there. Me, no! Go get that item! I don't know what that item is, but I want it. Alright. So, that's about it. I'm gonna pick up this bonfire, and this is gonna be where we left off. We're gonna get to see this cutscene, though. It's not really a cutscene, but there are a number of places that'll trigger those dragons to fly over, and this has the best view of it. But,
There, see.
I'm sorry this isn't gonna be canon to the playthrough, but I do want to show off the areas that we lost footage for, so we're gonna put, now that here's where I realize that I didn't have two spells equipped after I had leveled up my attunement. But yeah, we're just gonna level up a bit here and buy more life gems, I guess, and that'll be it. And we're gonna go to the actual episode where I showed off the area, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Dark Souls.